interesting
All right.
in the way
Good
that
luck, man.
All right.
a skip
Good luck.
can matter.
Really appreciate it, Doc.
But most of the time, Anaglyph, I can see why Doc would choose Anaglyph. Anaglyph is going to do two things, I think. One, it is truly the most vanilla deck in multiplayer, because generally speaking, skips are not good, so you're not going to really use those double tags, so it's just not going to affect the game. And if anything, I think Anaglyph deck, especially in the Bloodstone division, where we just tend to see a lot more skipping from players in general, I feel like it could lead to an opponent skipping when they shouldn't, using those double tags at a place where it's unoptimal to do so. And if that's the case, Doc ends up earning almost an advantage. So I think generally speaking, Doc is probably not looking to use these double tags. They're looking to bait the opponent into skipping / playing the most vanilla deck possible, because Doc is very confident in their abilities to win the game, as they should be. DrSpectred is highly regarded as one of the best, if not the absolute greatest Balatro player of our time. Seadubbs, on the other hand, last year they stuck with Gold Stake. They struggled a little bit. This year, in a playoff spot, doing really well in the league, and they've been doing it on the lower stake difficulty. However, Seadubbs does have a couple Gold Stake wins under their belt this season, but it's very clear in the offseason, Seadubbs did a lot of Nan-Inf speedruns, a lot of Nan-Infing, really got used to the cadence of the white stake gameplay, got used to min-maxing to the max with all the resources available, and I think just generally speaking, Seadubbs feels a little bit more comfortable on the lower difficulties at this point, and feels comfortable with the idea in multiplayer you have to min-max heavily, like you are going for that long-term Nan-Inf in a way, to get the big scores in the PvP. Early divergence here, Doc went with the Hiker, just to get some extra chips on the board on some of these playing cards. Seadubbs went with the Wily Joker to try and, I think, one-shot the blind, but unfortunately for them, no such three-of-a-kind appeared, so couldn't really do a ton about it. Both of these players now at $13. Seadubbs had to sell to get there, is one little difference here. They're strongly debating what is more important, Crystal Ball or the Stencil Joker. Stencil Joker could be in early life. Crystal Ball could be much more deck manipulation later on in the game. And then a Curveball, Seadubbs doesn't pick either of those. They go with the Zany Joker. A little bit of a zany play there out of Seadubbs. I feel like Stencil does what you want Zany to do, which is win early blinds. I think Seadubbs may be thinking, well, I'm going to fill up the rest of my Joker spots maybe before the PvP, so Stencil won't do anything, which is very possible. We'll see if this play works out for them. Again, apologies that the quality kind of has been going in and out on that second screen. Right now, Doctor, looking at a Buffoon pack, sees Pareidolia and also sees Jolly Joker. I think Pareidolia could be very valuable in utility-based economy, stuff like Faceless, but going to opt for just the flat mult at this moment. They're going to keep the $10, and they're going to play. It doesn't look like they're planning to use that skip tag as of yet. Have you tried loading the second stream in a different browser? I have only used Chrome, and the weird part is, Gazer, is it's fine on I don't know what is happening on Seadubbs screen. It is fine on the host end, on the browser. It's the connection of the browser to the server to my OBS that for some reason just the second screen gets fuzzy. I have no idea. That was Pico, Seadubbs cat, why that is. I do like Seadubbs' choice here to go with Pareidolia, and a Faceless is right around the corner. And how great does Seadubbs feel about that poor Pareidolia pick at this moment? A lot of P's in that sentence. Pico would be proud. Seadubbs about to make a $15 a round, just straight up. Now, Doctor could still make $15 a round. Theirs is just going to be a little bit more difficult to do so, having to find the face cards, and there they got 10. I said I really like Pareidolia as a speculative play early there. over the Jolly. But to be fair to Doctor, they did need some sort of flat molt, and it did arrive. But this is going to be huge economic gains for Seadubbs. Also, other things that could help here, reserve parking could go crazy with this Pareidolia. Something like a Sock and Buskin and gain some lucky cards, business card. A lot of ways to make Pareidolia into a big value generator for yourself. And already, you know what? I kind of criticize Seadubbs for not taking Stencil. And look here, Doc is getting rid of Stencil before the first PvP because they filled out their Joker slots. And I gotta say, looking at these first two antis, Seadubbs kind of played this, other than not being able to kind of one or two shot the big blind ante one, kind of perfect. I mean, you really could not ask for a better first couple of antis. Both these players did pick up the Red Seal Queen. That is extremely important. That is going to be the key card, I think, going forward for these two that they're going to be trying to death into. Red Seal's extremely powerful, especially if we can glass that.
It went pretty decent. No complaints.
But did it go as well as Pareidolia Faceless?
I can tell you already have one major thing on me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's okay.
He thinks that Doc took the voucher, but Doc did not take the voucher. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Or Stencil, maybe? That's what he's talking about.
Oh.
How about one of those?
How about one of those? I think this is all I'm gonna do right here. This is probably
it's gonna
all
be
I'm gonna
solid.
do. Oh,
it looks like.
Okay, I mean that's not nothing.
No, it's not nothing.
He can play. Oh.
But you got 3 hands left.
Oh wait, there's an.
I do have a few more chances here.
This is gonna be close.
To be fair, don't think it's worth me trying.
Ooh, barely ahead. Yeah, Seadubbs gonna preserve the one glass they have. Gaslighting,
okay.
we're just starting. We are just starting. This is game 1, PvP number 1.
We're still in kitchen stage.
Is it gonna be enough for Doc?
I don't know
Is there enough chips?
That's gonna be it.
It is.
All right.
It is. And Doc is gonna take
Alright.
PvP 1 by the skin of their teeth using the hiker over the Pareidolia. But, you know, you look at the econ and we're $10 ahead for Mr. Ouija Dubs. Now, 8-ball. I would love to see one of these players invest into the 8-ball, invest into the tarot generation. I'm sure they're talking about how they know I'm talking about it. It's very meta. This foil trio is going to be an absolute must-grab for our competitors. That is a great times 3 mult and some awesome chips. The trio may be like one of the best flat X mult jokers you can get in multiplayer because it can help you win those small blinds and it can help you win a PvP. Now, will either of these players take the rare skip? I'm very intrigued. We do have a rare blocked right now with the trio. And you get 3 copies with the 2 double tags. And this is what I mean. I don't know if it's the right play or not. And I'm curious to see what Doc does. Because Doc is the one that chose Anaglyph. Is Doc hoping that Seadubbs takes it? Is Doctor going to take it themselves? Very, very curious. We get another glass. But Seadubbs is going to pass on it. Taking a king instead, which is intriguing. Now they are presented with business card. Now business card is not going to be as much money as faceless now because we don't have any retriggering and we're one-shotting the blinds. However, I think eventually business card will surpass the faceless joker. Bean would take the rare skip. So now we know what one Bloodstone competitor would do. Also, please let me know if the music is too loud or distracting. Dom goes pretty hard on this track. A sun could be enough for a flush house with those glass cards, and that could absolutely guarantee the victory for Seadubbs. We also have the investment tag here. Or the, not investment tag, excuse me. The seed money voucher that could allow for more money. What is Doc going to take? Is Doc going to take the glass jack and turn it into a queen? Might be too quiet, if anything. Well, I'd rather be too quiet than too loud. I don't want it to be distracting. I'll give it a +1 notch. Yeah, I think it's just right. Well, now that Yar said that, I'm gonna move it back down to where it was. Please take the skip, Seadubbs. Seadubbs is going to take the skip. We have. Can we get a drum roll in the chat, please? We have Divergence, not the movie. We also are going to be starting a prediction. You have 5 minutes to do your prediction. The book? Divergence? Yeah, well, I mean, I only know it as a movie, Bean. I'm not reading another teenage dystopian novel. Doc, finding an immolate, if these rares don't turn out, this was a pretty incredible shop for the Doc. Say hello to Pico again. The other thing is we have to remember the shops are anti-based. So because Seadubbs skipped, if there was any type of Joker that Doc got access to that Seadubbs didn't,
Hello.
it's pretty hard for Seadubbs to come back from that. Of course, they do have 3 rare skips sitting in the chamber. It is white state where those rare
encountered
skips
an
can be
economic
better.
tragedy.
Oh.
I'll live. It's fine. You don't have to. Don't worry about me.
I was gonna say, yeah. You
Doc is upset that they didn't take Paradolia. I think that is what
Financially,
they're
I don't
alluding
know
to.
if we will recover.
Yeah.
It's
you're
100%
only,
going to be the tribe hit the
$20
road
up on me instead of 150 at this point.
in driver's
probably?
license.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, does Seadubbs... Oh, Seadubbs doesn't have a glass. I was going to say... Doc has that
wanna
justice in
slice
hand.
this.
Do
That's what I'm
you
trying to
justice
figure
the red seal and risk it?
Probably
Breaking? Probably not.
Probably hit him with one of those.
We have a big score on Seadubbs'
Okay.
side with the
I don't like
trio
it when you
and the
don't score much
blackboard.
to start off, because
Just testing the waters.
yeah, exactly.
Dipping a toe in.
I think we go here.
Yarmate, it technically is, but it is
And
very
do one of
complicated on
those.
how that could happen without a showman. You don't have to have a showman
Okay.
splatter. You could get
Pass
one
it back
with
to
a
him.
planet card, and then you
Yep.
get one with another planet card, right?
That's
Or maybe I'm
all
wrong.
I pretty much got, though. Yeah, it is all I got.
Is this enough for
Hmm.
Doc? No trio value here.
Nice.
Oh, and we got 69,000 for
Okay.
Seadubbs.
I guess that's it. If we do one of those, or do we do one of these? Probably. You got a nice amount of points on that one.
I saw, yeah, I
Nice
was like, it's a
amount.
nice amount of money. I mean, points.
Seadubbs is down a seed money
Alrighty.
voucher,
I'll see you
which
soon.
is something to note here,
Yeah,
as Seadubbs was set up for the the order, the order driver's license. Oh, Bean, defend yourself. We do get a blue seal here. I don't know if I would be too interested in the blue seal. But. Now, what is the final rare skip? Oh! All right. Being redeemed. He was right. He was right the whole time. Why did we question? You could sell Abstract Joker here or Blackboard, and now who cares about the $5 from seed money? Am I right, chat? You're about to get $10 a discard times 3 discard. That's $30 a round. Seadubbs is gonna be able to make with Pareidolia, Faceless, and Brainstorm without having to do anything, without deck manipulate. I mean, it is just simply guaranteed. There's no way to mess it up. And we are going ahead and throwing Brainstorm or Blackboard out the window. We want all colors of suits on Seadubbs' side. DrSpectred deciding between the Drunkard for an extra discard and Chaos the Clown. Chaos the Clown, a bit more viable when it comes to economy. Maybe if there's a mail-in rebate in hand, Doc would think otherwise, but going to lean on that Chaos. We also had... Was that 2 purple seals or a singular purple seal? Regardless, we had a pretty good tarot pool there for Seadubbs. Gain a wild on a king. Gain a chariot from that emperor. Yeah, we saw the money all of a sudden, or the money, the points. The points absolutely flipped to Seadubbs and Pico when that Brainstorm came in the prediction. No surprise there. Gotta play the deck you are given. You're right. You can't change the deck you're given. You can... Well... There are ways now with technology to manipulate the deck. But I get the point, Bean. Going ahead and gain an Earth card there with the blue seal on DrSpectred's side of things. I feel like I would be hoping for at least kind of like a 4 of a card. A 4 of a kind maybe for that blue seal. Not going to happen for... Oh! Seadubbs not putting their jokers in the right order. It's not going to matter whatsoever. But, you know, you like to see the small things always done correctly. A trading card and up a single immolate on Doctor's side. Doc is putting themselves in a position where their deck is going to look pretty nice if we see something like an Idol, Bloodstone, Ancient come out. Just way less kind of blubber in the deck. And we're going right past the trading card. Right past the trading card. Seadubbs even pointing to the camera. It came back! He has a second lease on life. I mean, I feel like the Abstract Joker's not needed, but Seadubbs disagrees. Seadubbs says, give me my 15 flat mults. I'm really, really surprised by that decision, considering a 4 of a kind with the trio and Brainstorm should absolutely get you there, especially considering you have a holographic, you have a foil cards, etc., etc. But, you know... Maybe thin decks are overrated. And, to be fair, that one discard is minus $7 because we can't use the Faceless Joker on it. So, I mean, maybe that is Seadubbs' logic, is it's not worth the $7 to remove a card, plus I have to get rid of Abstract. I don't hate the thought process. Gets a Polychrome on the Pareidolia. Well, now the Abstract Joker could definitely... Oh, please, someone go to... Someone please clip that. I need that to be... I just need a GIF. I need a GIF. I'm not trying to laugh. Important news on the right side of the screen, though. DrSpectred making the glass red seal. You know, a Brainstorm is worth a lot in this game, but we currently do not have glass on the red seal for Seadubbs. And red seal glass is almost like being up 2 jokers, right? The red seal gives you re-triggering like a Sock and Buskin. The glass gives you ×2 like the Idol. That is a very, very, very single powerful card. Now, I don't think Doc's going to whip it out in this PvP, but being up that red seal glass, being able to death it already is going to be a huge difference maker in this game. Seadubbs, of course, has that advantage of having Brainstorm, but we'll see what matters most. And now that we have a death, we're going to have 2 copies of that Red Seal Glass on the DrSpectred side. We also have Acrobat, which means we're going to be getting that ×9 in this PvP, similar to what Brainstorm can accomplish. So if Doc uses the glass, I could see them coming out on top despite everything we've been through with the rear skip.
I just lose here. And I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm going to just take a loss here.
That's up to you.
We'll
if you're offering, I'm accepting. That's okay. Sure.
Yeah, we'll see what the cards do.
This is going to be... I know if I play Bean this season, this is going to be Bean every round. Oh, I'm going to lose here, so you shouldn't go hard.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't like...
Thank you, Aaron.
I also don't like the fact that you're already scoring.
Oh, that's just a teaser, man.
I know. That's my point. And this, I think, is all I got right here. And I think it's maybe 28k. Or 66, one of the two. I can't do math.
I can't do math. It's crazy.
Okay. So I think I hit him with one of these. Okay. And then it's one more to me.
One more to
maybe.
Well, Seadubbs has glass here.
Trying to think. Is that the direction that we want to go?
And they can copy the trio. Doc may just let him have it. Being up this many Red Seal glass is valuable in it of itself.
Yeah.
And kind of a bad...
I think
it's just a bad pull for Doc.
I think that is the direction we want to go.
I don't think Seadubbs can score this much regardless. And no glass breaks, which is an important note here. And Seadubbs, I don't want to say wasting it, but is not going to get any value out of this glass not breaking.
Okay.
Well, if I don't save that guy, I get rewarded with that guy.
So, remember, glass breaking is seeded. And something to watch out for is Doc just got to play 2 Red Seal glass without a break. So Seadubbs uses his early non-breaks, not that he would know, on non-Red Seals. That's not as valuable in a way.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Good luck.
I saw Justin's crunch while I was working. It was pretty brutal. Ooh, we're going to have the liquid... There's no way. He always gets away with it, chat. That's really, 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 really unfortunate for Seadubbs. Like, really unfortunate. Man, if Seadubbs got a blueprint instead of a brainstorm, he's in a great spot before. Like, on the rare skips. That's incredible. And now we're in a pretty similar situation on both sides of the board, except Doc is up 2 Red Seal glass. That is... Do we think it's GG? It's never GG. But we are in a really peculiar situation for Mr. Dubbs. And Doc is up a life, as chat is pointed out. And that's tough, because that's not even like, oh, Doc rolled into that with lots of money. That was at the very first shop. Now, I will say, I actually leaned Doc even without the brainstorm, with that extra glass, with the Chad that showed up. But that brainstorm's gonna do some work, as we're going a little bit slow on that Doc side of things with the connection. Should clear up in just a second. It's not always Doc unevaded. It's complex. It's a lot of things together causing the issue. Seadubbs still does have that econ advantage of making $10 a round. That is correct. We did find a Death Fool, but the thing is the Death Fool does not help until we get glass on the red seal. It feels like Seadubbs is almost settling for the glass on the king, and I just don't. Once you see that red seal, you have to assume your opponent also got it, and that's got to be the play, in my opinion. So yeah, I mean, this is brutal. I would almost wait to use the Fool on the Justice. And now Doc also with the Brainstorm is able to a lot easier get out of the blinds. So that was a whole nother note is if Doc didn't get that Brainstorm, that trio would not have been enough. Doc was able to min-max a lot more, not have to risk any glass due to finding the Brainstorm. So it helped him more ways than one. I think we're going to Fool Hermit here for Seadubbs. Continue the money game. Obelisk there. A Mime is almost slightly intriguing. If those red seals were steals, it would be actually a pretty good spot for Seadubbs as a kind of response to the glass. But another huge point here, as we also mentioned, is that Immolate that Doc got when they didn't skip led to way less cards in the deck. They've been using trading card. They're just able to find a lot more right now. And Seadubbs finally giving up the Pareidolia. So that economics... sorry, excuse my mouth. That economic advantage is not going to be there as much. We have to-do lists on pairs for Doc's side of things. Making a third glass red seal. The mouth. Doc's actually been able to make quite a lot of money out of this to-do list. It's been pretty nice. On the lookout for a singular king. We'll have to actually make that queen into a king if they don't draw one here. But they did. Ooh. Ooh. Fuzzy, fuzzy, fuzzy. It's actually going to make multiple kings. I'm a little surprised by that play. To not just keep the red seals all queens. Huh. Well, that is the move that Doc has decided to go with. I think Doc may have his preview on. We can also tell Doc to make sure that they close the preview. They do get a death full here. Unfortunately for Doc, there's not really something to death that would be a great target in this pack. So they're just going to use it on the Hermit. I think they're going with the flush house. I'm surprised they didn't just use the fool for another hermit there, making a second jack of spades. There you go with the egg over to-do list. They get the 8-ball. There's no way. There's no way you can get rid of the 8-ball. No. Okay. Sells the 8-ball for egg. Finds a world card that is big for Doc, who I think is looking to play the flush house.
How we feeling?
Hello. Well met.
Oh, Raffle.
Okay, Rarn. I mean, Raffle. Could be
You
both,
got me on
actually.
the last one. Now I'm gonna do one of these.
I made
Doc is in such a great place.
You did
here
a
with all the glass.
boo-boo.
Yeah.
Let's hit him with one of these. Okay.
That decision, in my opinion, I think
What is
easily gave you
Seadubbs
the match.
worried about?
And I'm really
Oh.
sad. Yeah.
Did Seadubbs mess up
I-
something with adjustments?
I'll just flat out told you. I sold my Paradolia, and I'm
You
really
sold
mad.
Paradolia.
I
I didn't take
did.
Paradolia. What were you doing with it?
Fun stuff, lots of money,
Oh, okay.
but now I'm getting no money.
Well, Doc is getting really bad draws, so it might be okay
Interessante.
for.
So I guess I'm supposed to do
Oops.
this.
Yeah, I think your next played hand just beats me. I didn't get any stronger. If anything, I got weaker.
Oh,
Another nice score though.
Yeah, another
Only
69.
15 points off too.
this draw could be going better. All right, it worked itself out.
There you go.
Good enough.
There you go. Hit me with the 500k.
Really surprised that Doc doesn't copy the queen
fighting.
here, so they can keep the
Or
cherries in
Alright.
hand. But it's not needed
So if
regardless.
he's there, then probably we just
Yeah, just
hit
one
him with
glass.
one of these.
Don't have to play all the other 3 glass.
Yeah, that
Yeah, maybe one of those.
is
All
enough.
right.
Nice. All right. One life wonder. I'll see you soon.
One life. Good luck.
Ooh, a mail-in rebate. I would be surprised to see both of these competitors not grab this. It is much better than Egg, especially when you have Brainstorm available to you, in my opinion. That's very true, Aaron. Seadubbs making kind of a mistake there. If they would have waited to play their last hand, there's a high chance that Doc uses all the glasses and doesn't take any chances. Instead, they only used one glass, it didn't even break, and now we're in big trouble. Cryptid showing up for Seadubbs, and Seadubbs a little frustrated that it didn't find the red seal, but the thing is, Seadubbs' red seal really isn't helping at this point, because it's not enhanced in any way. Even if it was simply, even a lucky card, you could argue is pretty beneficial because it has economic benefits, we can roll into something, but the fact that that red seal has nothing on it besides foil, it's just not helping Seadubbs and they're on 1 life. They're gonna need more out of that. They're gonna have to really roll into an idol. I mean, that's Seadubbs' one out, is finding an idol that somehow Doc doesn't find, and I highly doubt that's gonna happen. And we're also about to have more red seal glass on Doc's side, to the point where I don't even know if that matters. Also, Doc found the ticket, and is gonna decide to use that over mail and rebate, which I do believe, as long as they draw all their gold, is very much worth it. Baron could save Seadubbs if they found a cherry in 85 strengths. Has to roll past the Vagabond. Kind of a Hail Mary here for something else. There is one of the gold cards for Mr. DrSpectred. Seadubbs just gonna pray for some glass here. Ooh, finds. I thought maybe go cherry it into a fool here, especially with the mime. Put it on some red seals. Does not look like Seadubbs is gonna get bailed out by this Arcana pack. Does finally find a Justice. Still none of the red seals. Okay, this is, I mean, there are 58 cards in Seadubbs' deck. The Midas Mask coming up for Doc is objectively funny. They could get rid of trading card for it and gold all the face cards that aren't glass, but they're going to decide against that, especially on such short notice. Not much time left in this game, and I think Doc's feeling confident about getting it done here. Really unfortunate for Seadubbs to not draw a single red seal. Otherwise, they would be able to death it and at least have 2 glass red seals. A Hanged Man is helpful. I feel like this interaction post-game is going to be really funny. When Seadubbs is like, oh, you skipped for the rare tag, and Doc says, what? I told you, I had a feeling Doc picked this because it is one of the most vanilla decks, which Doc is good at, and it baits your opponent in the skipping. Now, the skip actually worked out for Seadubbs, and then they got mega unlucky. However, what Doc achieved in that one shop that Seadubbs skipped was glassing a red seal face card. And that is the biggest key, even over Brainstorm, for this game. And Doc was actually able to get even more value with an Immolate also appearing in that shop that Seadubbs skipped. Every shop in multiplayer is so valuable. You really need to get a lot out of a skip to make it worth it, even with the double tax. And again, to be fair, Seadubbs did, and then got mega unlucky that a Brainstorm came up. So I won't even say it was a misplay. Now, I will say the Arcana pack skip here, it's kind of a Hail Mary, so I'm not going to hold it against Seadubbs, but definitely net negative on the EV. And right here, we do find a photograph for Doc, which I believe with Seadubbs on 1 life, they maybe sell the golden ticket now, or trading card. They're going to go ahead and sell the trio. Found a red seal jack here for Doc. Going to skip that. No need for it. Not taking 8 ball is disgraceful, but we won't get into that. We have a Rarin and a Scary Face. And we're entering the PvP. The face chokers.
I'm back.
You're back and you're alive.
I'm back. I did manage to survive another couple rounds.
Good. I don't think I will necessarily survive with you here, but we're gonna give it our best shot.
Give
This
it the
might be
old
the end
college
of him.
try.
I
I wonder if this
I
pair is
did-
going to be enough.
noticed you didn't skip back there, which was
I really
you know.
I planned on skipping for the Arcana pack because it's like 6 Arcana packs, but then I just forgot. That was just a blunder.
I don't know if it's worth it.
Wouldn't this be funny if I just didn't get my draw?
I don't know about
Oh.
funny.
I mean, to
Holy,
be fair to
I
Seadubbs,
don't
they
think
have
I'm going
54 cards.
Uh-oh.
which is fine. I don't have enough anyway.
Uh,
Well, okay.
do what you gotta do, my guy.
Well, Jester,
I
I think we'll see. We'll see the interaction after the game. You gotta chariot the red seal.
You wanna go same time?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
It's gonna be
I'm
closer
the best that I can
than
no matter what, so
I thought it was gonna
I'm ready
be,
when you are.
but it's still not gonna
All
be.
right.
enough.
3, 2, 1. Here it goes.
There's no
The photo
way in heck this
is a
actually
lot.
does anything.
Ooh, that was crunchy.
That was very crunchy. That trading card. You found the photograph. I'm glad. Bummer.
I did, yeah.
Get a brainstorm.
A little bit red steel queens. Okay. You just broke the glass ones. You said, right?
I did just break glass. Yeah.
Yeah. Same.
Very
so,
well played by both these players.
I'm going to assume. So I skipped for my rare tags. I was telling chat. I said I think you picked Anaglyph because you know I love skipping for rare.
It was a trap. I set him up.
It was a trap. Which
Go
I
on.
said, you know what, I'm not going to do it. And then I said, you know what, let's just do it. And I get the brainstorm. And I said, what are the odds that there was just already a brainstorm in that same shop?
Starting the prediction. What do we have here? We have quite a few queens, jacks, and tens. You like to see that? A few eights for the 8-ball. Lots of sixes for 6 cents. This deck is ripe for queen jack build. Again, I think you could definitely 6 cents it. Definitely 8-ball it. I would argue it's pretty great erratic deck. Nothing insane, but it does just lend itself to more and more deck manipulation. A lot of utility to be had. Also, weird that Seadubbs need 2 hands to get out of that, costing themselves $1. Gonna grab Even Steven with all the 10s and 8s. And the ice cream for Seadubbs. Let's see if ice cream is in the cards. The gelato for Mr. Spectred. I feel like no, because if we buy that, we can't afford the reroll voucher. But you know what? They're grabbing it anyway. Get the little 4 of a kind. Yeah, I'm really surprised by the ice cream purchase, honestly, on both sides of the ball here. Just because, I mean, you'll take the Chad anyway. I don't think they would have had money for the reroll because you have to grab Chad. So I guess no harm, no foul. All right, I am gonna grab that fan now. Did we miss anything crazy? We both got chaos. We both got faceless. Beautiful. Nothing too... Any interesting decisions I missed, chat? They got the reroll voucher again? Well, let's reroll for it. No, okay. Well, Seadubbs sold their ice cream, which is a decision. I have no clue why that would be. Yeah, these two are playing it very similar in the early game. I don't think you're funneled into the photo build with Chad. Chad is just so good at generating value with 8-ball, with lucky cards, with business card. There's just so many things that Chad is good with outside of photo. Of course, you're going to be looking for the photo, but they're common jokers. They're going to show up. Ice cream for interest, but they had $12. Giggles. That's what I was confused with. Maybe they didn't realize they were going to get the faceless value. And just kind of jump the gun, if you will. A very good Emperor here for both players. A Magician and a Strength. That could lead to maybe a flush house with our 8s and 10s. Seadubbs choosing to gold a queen. Maybe. They judgmented, and it's a pretty good hit. Gift card is going to help give temperance value across the board here. I think most importantly on the Chad, which is probably here for the long term. And there's Seadubbs grabbing the Pareidolia again. Now, Doc didn't see that because Doc chose to purchase the reroll voucher, which that's going to hurt Seadubbs in the long game. That is...
I'm so
$2
sad,
more that Seadubbs is spending on every single reroll for the entirety of the rest of this game.
There were some expensive misplays.
The faceless Joker is gonna go crazy.
No, not that kind of expense.
Did you take the faceless and Pareidolia again?
Oh my god, Seadubbs, don't give it away!
I did not see a faceless Joker, or I did not see Pareidolia.
Okay.
Come on, Seadubbs. And we get the $20 hit.
But I do have one of those.
Probably.
Why is Seadubbs playing the lucky on the 2s? Why not put it on the 10s that could then become jacks?
Nice.
Okay, minor. I guess if a hack comes along, it's good. My question there is we have so many jack, queens, and 10s. I wouldn't waste my lucky cards on 2s. We also have a lot of 8s as well. I think that's another good target. Even 6s. But 2s are not going to be a common card to play. And I think that is just a little bit of inexperience from Mr. Seadubbs.
Stinky.
Mr. Pico's dad. Of just throwing it on something, but speculatively,
deck we were
maybe.
Playing?
Oh, yeah? That's not good.
Even the 5 of a kind, not enough because they lost the ice cream. And here we have kind of Doc doing the opposite, making jacks how, I would expect one to do. Also, if we make a lot of face cards early, chat, you can get rid of that Pareidolia earlier, which is taking up a Joker spot.
Doc? I think
got
you
one
got
more
me.
hand?
Yeah, I mean, maybe 2,000 points.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing.
2,000 is all you need?
Maybe to beat a blind, but not to beat Doc.
I got 2,000 also.
I was going to say.
He beamed them.
All right, good luck.
He lagooned him. We're going to call, you know what, chat? I have decided. I'm forcing memes to happen. When somebody misleads an opponent in VC, we're going to call it a legume. They're leguming. Lagoon. No, we are not putting an N there, Diam. It's not lagooning. Lagooming. Lagoom. Lagoomers. Yes. All right. Incredible. A gift card comes back around for Doc. It seems like no matter what Seadubbs does to get an advantage so far, the Doc just rolls into the same thing the next blind. That is, again, slightly unlucky. It seemed like gift card should have been something, especially as an uncommon Joker, that was going to be an advantage for Seadubbs, but it is what it is. What's wrong with Doc's stream? It's just a little bit laggy. It's our overlay. It's not Doc's stream. If it is too much to handle for you, please go support these streamers on their own streams. Give a quick shout out, first of all, to Seadubbs. But you can always watch their perspectives on their Twitch channel. They're not going to be experiencing any of this issue. This is all on the back end. Lagoon. We do find a mail and a rebate. Probably good enough to get rid of... Honestly, if I'm Seadubbs in that position, I get rid of Pareidolia and Faceless for rebate and Cartomancer. Get some tarot cards in, and the mail and rebate is just going to be more money. But we are eating into our ramen a little bit here for Seadubbs. Not enough that I think is a worry. Found a little polychrome bus action for Mr. DrSpectred. Hey, Seadubbs found that magic 2, that lucky 2 again. So going to be able to play it here, possibly get the $20 hit. The dream. Unfortunately, not this time. Doc continues to get great Faceless value despite the no Pareidolia. Able to clear the blind rather easily. It looks like Seadubbs is going to build in the glass 6s. An interesting choice. I mean, with Pareidolia, technically everything is a face card, but it is, again, a Joker spot that you have to carry around. I would like this play more from Seadubbs. Funny enough, if they would have glassed a 2 maybe, where you can hack it and have Pareidolia work with it. But a 6 is just so hard to get re-triggers on. There's only Seltzer and Dust to re-trigger it, along with Chad, of course.
Hello.
Welcome back.
I don't think I'm any stronger.
You say that every time.
Yeah, like, I'm struggling tonight.
Seadubbs has said that every time.
I do feel
The
like
spoon.
I'm
Doc
struggling
won the first game.
just a smidge.
Sometimes it's just a sequence of weird seeds, right?
Yeah. Oh.
I don't know about all that, man. So, I think we can still get there. With some difficulty, admittedly.
The glass is coming through a little bit for Seadubbs.
Doc makes a lot of villager sound. Did you know that?
You know me. I'm a thoughtful guy. I think a lot of things about a lot of things. Probably we do those. Okay. You know, looking at that, it might be this. Or it could be this. Maybe this is greedy. Yeah, that was greedy. I don't know. You got me. You got me in an interesting spot here. Play one of those.
Doc, I
Okay.
only have 2 strats.
Sorry.
And that is, I like to skip and
Getting
be
the little
chaotic,
thing off of
and I
Juicy's
like
collar to
win
clean her
quick.
collar.
And right now, you're preventing me from doing both. That's all I'm saying.
The 2 glass here has.
I think I just
maybe?
hit him with one of these.
That's not
You're
going to
gonna
be
make me do
enough. The glass
I am.
is going to save.
Whatever it is,
Mr.
I'm gonna
Ouija-
make you. I'm gonna make
Mr.
him have
Ouija
it.
Dubs.
All right.
Will they? Won't they?
I just
No
for
breaks.
you,
Uh-huh.
just to make everybody cringe watching Xanorit, I'm gonna do one of these.
Wait, why is that cringe?
'Cause
That's exactly what
I
they need
need
to do.
the life, and I don't want to do math in my head right. Okay.
All right. Even up,
Oh.
even game. All right, I'll
I'll
The 4 of a
take it.
kind with the fresh
Alright.
ice cream might have been enough. That wasn't. That's definitely not the thing that made us cringe. Don't worry, Seadubbs. Yeah, I'd love to know what actor. Now we have reroll Glut for Mr. DrSpectred, and this is really going to kind of snowball for Doc. They're going to be able to see so much deeper in the shop. It is only a matter of time until Seadubbs is majorly punished for not taking these reroll vouchers. I will say on Seadubbs' side of things, we are going to be able to gold literally every card in the deck. Now that is great. That is very beneficial. Is it going to make up the economic difference truly of having $1 rerolls? I think Seadubbs has to at least start by buying this voucher a singular time, and maybe doing it before we reroll at all would be smart. But no, Seadubbs continuing to ignore the vouchers. Says, I don't need any of your stinking, silly little... I don't know. Just does not want to pick them up. Unfortunately for Seadubbs, if they play these lucky cards, this is tough. Seadubbs may not get much value out of Midas Mask. Or they're going to have to get rid of their luckies, which I think is just a sacrifice I guess you have to be willing to make. Get a pair of 9s in here. Meanwhile, Doc doing a great job turning those face cards into money. I will say, having the Faceless and the Midas Mask on Seadubbs' side of things with the Tide Light. He grabbed it! He grabbed... We're re-rolling for cheaper, baby. Maybe could have saved $6 last round or something like that, but it's okay. Now, I would argue that Seadubbs is in the better position just because the Midas Mask is going to be insane. We still have the Faceless. Oh, the Ectoplasm's scary. There's nothing here you want. Oh my god, he Ouija'd. He Ouija'd in the more 6s. Now, weirdly, Seadubbs is celebrating that hit because they are building in the 6s and they do have a lot of glass 6s. However, again, 6s are objectively the worst card in this game if you don't count if you don't have Sixth Sense. It is as far away from a face card and a hackable card as you can get. There's only Dust, there's only Seltzer, but Seadubbs strikes again. Is Seadubbs going to sell the Midas Mask? We could have made all the 6s gold. Okay. Okay. Well, that was certainly a decision. Chaos the Clown is good econ. And I normally wouldn't be so opposed to that, but the fact that you have Midas Mask, in my opinion, I feel like, I mean, you have Pareidolia. Midas Mask is like maybe the most powerful card in the game for a moment. Interesting decision. I think Seadubbs, I'm going to go into the brain of Seadubbs a little bit here. Seadubbs, I believe, was thinking, I just lost my hand size because of the Ouija. Oh my god! Okay, maybe 6s aren't that bad. Maybe 6s are the smart play. Did the game pause there? Like, did we have legitimately divine intervention from God? Because the game literally paused on Seadubbs' screen to the point he thought it crashed. And then all of a sudden you just see Seadubbs go, have a polychrome glass red seal 6. The chances of that are like 1 in a million. Anyway, as I was saying, I think Seadubbs was thinking that I lost my hand size, so I don't need gold cards because I'm not going to be able to get value out of them anyway. I think Seadubbs is forgetting about the almighty golden ticket. You want all your cards to be gold, and then you just hope a golden ticket comes around, especially with Chad. And it's just having a whole round of doing it. And then to sell Chaos for Showman. Like, what are we hoping Showman gives us? Make double face cards with Pareidolia? Oh, appeared on docks just before. I guess it didn't register.
Hello.
For me.
Hello.
I was very, very locked in.
I'm back with an experimental recipe.
You can't play it, right? You gotta death it. You gotta death it at least once.
Well, that's
Yeah,
not...
we'll see how it goes.
I don't like dock experiments.
I think I gotta start with this. And I think I don't respect those, so, we push that button. Okay. And then probably hit him with one of those. Or... yeah, it's about the same either way. So
No, second Pareidolia doesn't do anything.
do one
I
of
can't tell if
those.
you're joking, but a second Pareidolia does not do anything.
And... okay.
Once again, Seadubbs kind of making a mistake there. Could have forced Doc to play the glass cards, but instead Doc is going to see
He's
that
out of
Seadubbs didn't
hands already.
score.
What
I'm out
the
of
heck?
hands.
And now is not going to be
Wait
not
Wait
use
a
glass.
gosh darn second.
I'm working off of a banana. And
I
ice cream,
didn't say you could
and I
do
ate
that.
them
Hold
already.
on.
I mean, yeah, you're hoping for another chat. I
That
get it.
changes everything.
Yeah, take your money, man. Line up all of the
Um,
gold cards you got from Midas Mask and let it rip.
All right. Big money, no whammies.
Very sussed out by that.
We're struggling, so I kind of need the money.
That could have gone better. I'll be honest. That could have gone better.
There's no way Doc loses this, right? Yeah, definitely not. I mean, they
Nice.
needed the 20 hit.
GG's.
All right.
We'll see you soon.
See you in a bit.
And Seadubbs rewarded with the chat every time I make a comment. Seadubbs says, "I told you so." You can see it in his head every time. Oh my god. Hachimachi. Incredible play by Mr. Dubbs. Well, and there is our great equalizer. So while Seadubbs did indeed find a polychrome Red Seal Glass 6, Doc already has more re-triggers because of the sock and buskin. Now Seadubbs sells this Pareidolia. They could have used the sock on the 6s, but now because they sold the they didn't sell the Showman. Now when the sock comes, Seadubbs he could have been on. Well, he finds a third Chad. And honestly, ends up being okay in a way. But Seadubbs definitely realizes they should have kept Pareidolia because the sock would have been much better than the Chad by 3. Are we going for 5 Chads? Interesting. I mean, this is... it's not looks inside, right? Because there's no photo. I mean, you gotta play that lucky card. The Pareidolia also means we get no faceless value, so I'm a little confused why Seadubbs kept the faceless Joker if we were going to get rid of Pareidolia, at least on that second Chad. Because YOLO? That's valid. Focusing a little bit on Doc's side here, we get a Purple Seal 6, actually, Seadubbs also got. They're going to open these packs simultaneously. And we get a Hallucination on Seadubbs' side, but they decide they don't need a Hallucination. They're going to go for that faceless value. Hey, we get a little bit of it. Get the $20. Also get the Purple Seal. Get a nice little gold there. Doc kind of deciding how to approach this. Wants to keep the glass cards. Wants to find the 10 for the mail and rebate value. There's just a lot for Doc to do. Actually, they just... And I understand. Doc just decided, you know what? The gold cards are not worth it. Is Doc going to go on the side mission of trying to turn that 6 into a jack? I mean, if successful, I love it. I love it. Imagine we get a fool or another strength here. We got double Emperor on Mr. Ouija Dub side. If successful, +2. The mail and rebate has to be better than faceless, right? Okay. Look, I'm sorry I raised my voice, chat. I just sometimes, you know, Seadubbs has been right about a lot this game. But that one would have been a little odd. And a polychrome Purple Seal king with Doc. So the reason I forgot to mention this before, but the reason when I saw the polychrome glass Red Seal 6 on Doc's screen, I didn't freak out, is because Doc has glow up. He has both hone vouchers, so actually that applies to standard packs as well. You will see more polychromes in standard packs with those. Seadubbs' king purple seal was not polychrome. However, it was just a natural polychrome 6. I mean, Seadubbs getting very lucky in that regard that it wasn't, you know, not additioned, and the glow up and the hone is what actually made it. But I do believe that Doc is really only taking that for the purple seal of it all, because we're just so far away from kings. I don't think we're gonna try and make that or Jackson the kings. Maybe you could always flush house as well. Imagine if Seadubbs didn't sell that Paradolia, though. We would have Chad Paradolia sock right now.
I'm doing okay. I'm having a good time. I hope you I hope you came to bargain.
Well, Seadubbs is salty right now.
He's a salty Dubs.
Yeah.
He's a salty boy.
Oh, we never gave a Doc their shout out.
Got rid of a Joker that times 22'd my score.
Times 22, that seems kind of important. I don't know if I would get rid of one of those.
I know. Now you're
You know, just between you and me, I don't know if I would do such a move.
No.
I love how Seadubbs did the math. Oh, you can't do the math, Seadubbs. You have 2 lives. You don't have to get rid of rebate. That's a move. I completely understand Seadubbs doing that on 1 life, but on 2 lives, I feel like you gotta just keep the rebate.
That's how I feel about this hand.
Doc getting very unlucky with the draws.
It's gotta happen, right? There's no way it doesn't happen. There's no way we get trolled here.
Well, my issue is I don't know what you have, and if I take a life here, I take a life here. This is. I
guess you don't get to see. You don't get to see what I got, huh?
I know.
It's a lot of chat.
I'm gonna look back at this. I can't lose. Like, I know you can score more than this, but I can't play what I want to play. So.
Okay.
Yeah, that you should have that.
I mean,
yeah.
Doc got so unlucky with
We'll
the
just
jacks.
send it.
Look how many jack glasses they had in the
all
deck. There's like
D12.
7 remaining.
Oh.
See,
Okay.
look at that. Not
Okay.
not an issue at all.
Okay, well, I'm glad I did what I did.
right.
I'll see you soon.
Good
And
luck
we
to
did
you.
get a break
It's one of
on
those cards
Doc's
with
side.
an A on it. Oh, I didn't do that.
It is a card with an A on it. We're buying the voucher. Immolate. There's too many good cards here, right? There's a glass and a purple seal. Okay. I honestly, keeping the purple seal's huge there for Seadubbs. Not the sock is just. No way. What is Seadubbs' luck? I was gonna say. I was like, I kind of like the sock play in case you maybe somehow roll in the Pareidolia, which just seems so unlikely with it being an uncommon. Seadubbs. I can't believe it. I cannot. I mean, if Seadubbs can just simply get a death for this Red Seal Polychrome, it's so many points. On its own, being triggered 8-10 times. Oh my god. Something Hachi Machi. Something. I feel like Doc is taking note of that. That Pareidolia could also help Doc if they make copies of the Red Seal. Oh. Uh-oh. Looks like we're gonna have to get rid of one of those Chads. And this is the downside of not playing into your actual face cards. Oh my god, it is, and it's added 8. Doc is so close to completing that mission of turning it into a Jack. We need 2 more strengths on that Polychrome Red Seal glass. I think you do get rid of a Chad for the Ancient. Absolutely. That is a lot of triggers of 1.5. It is 5, 10, 14. As long as you hit it, of course. As long as it hits hearts. It is like the way Ancient works, where it can't hit the same suit twice, also substantially increases the chances that in an anti it hits the suit you care about. Doc didn't draw any of his Jacks again. Yeah, it seems to be going that way for Doc. I'm also a little surprised that Doc did not skip with the on clubs. I honestly think Doc can get away with a pair here. With the queens, but decides against it. No crunch. Finally a death. And it's on hearts. Oh my god. Huge for Seadubbs. Death for Dubs. +2, Marty, +2. Seadubbs makes Say No Leave is a crazy name for a clip. Oh, you can post that one to the Discord Atlas. We'll focus in on Doc, despite the little bit of lagginess. Hi, Doc. It's a Dusk! Oh, no, Seadubbs would have rolled deeper. They would have been able to get rid of the Pareidolia because they could have switched out Sock for Dusk. Oh, that's really big. And the Invis Joker. That's so many points. I actually think Seadubbs could still win this game. If the Invis hits a bad beat for Doc, plus I mean Doc's draws being bad, but if Doc completes that mission of making the Red Seal into a Jack, it's all bad. How does Doc always get away with it? The key parry is money. Truly, Doc has been ahead on economy despite everything, despite the Pareidolia Faceless. Got much more value out of that Midas Mask, and it's just simple things like this. It's making sure you're playing the lucky cards with the Chad for the $20 consistently every single time. If you relentlessly go after money, you will re-roll into things your opponent does not see. Now, I will say, it feels like Doc plays his glass cards a lot in blinds, and maybe that's not always necessary. The golden ticket. I mean, why at this point Doc doesn't really need money because all of his Joker spots are going to be pretty elite up top. This has been. We've had a lot of great games of Major League Balatro. This is up there. This is an all-timer so far. A true all-timer. A Seadubbs classic, if you will.
Okay.
I'm gonna be quiet. We'll see if Seadubbs gives away too much information for a
Yeah, me
time.
too, man.
Yeah.
That's
Seadubbs gotta find the red
interesting.
seal. I feel like I would be digging harder than what Seadubbs is currently digging.
Okay,
Oh.
okay.
Hello, Raffle. We are currently watching what may be the greatest ever PvP match in Balatro history.
I see we seem to have a similar
I
recipe.
can't even explain the recap. It's
Think
been
so? I don't know
insane.
about you, but I'm not getting my draws.
He found it. He
For
found the
sure,
red
I
seal
do this.
polychrome 6. He does it.
I think I did the same
Does he
thing.
play it? Well, actually, Doc has to play first. Oh yeah, Ouija dubs. We
Okay.
did. Seadubbs did use a Ouija in the
Okay.
6s, despite already having a ton of 6s. He then found a polychrome red seal 6 naturally in the standard pack. He then sold Pareidolia and then had Sock show up next shop. He then later found Sock again, bought it speculatively, and then the next shop found Pareidolia again.
Interessante.
It's been insane. Meanwhile, we got Doc over here on the mission to turn that 6 into a jack. He's been doing incredible.
I'm ready.
Gonna go with the flush house
Yeah.
angle. Might be
Ready.
enough. Oh
It's-
yeah,
to
watch
me,
the clip.
I go first, so let's fire it
You
away.
know, I know I shouldn't click at the same time, but
It's on its
I
way.
think the dusk is gonna.
No
Is
matter
the dusk
what,
enough?
I'm not gonna know. Like, even if you were like, I see your number,
3 jacks.
I'm not gonna know.
All break.
That's a big number, though.
1 6.
Oh.
Ooh, that's not good.
The dusk
That
being
means
the
I've got a
difference.
chance.
That's a little bit crunchy.
That was crunchy. At least on
All
my
right.
side, it was. I'll see you
All right, he's
soon,
on
man.
1 life. Good luck.
Good luck.
We also have extra hand size for both players. E13 to E12 from that one. Oh, and Doc gets the maximum hit. The best hit. The second Ancient Joker. We now have each jack scoring a ×2, 2 1.5s, and then we have a bunch of triggers. The chat is actually better than the photo in this specific instance. Seadubbs, I believe no matter what way you do the math, Seadubbs, there's no way that this photo makes any sense. Doc never punished, more like Doc always econ, and found the dusk and the invis by just being able to roll deeper. But also, Raffle, I hope you had a fantastic stream. Also, Raiders, this is Major League Balatro. I'm Zano TV, Commissioner. You know Raffle's participating. You guys know what this is. But for the uninitiated, there's some helpful links. Stamin02, it's just a saying. It's just a saying. I know nothing about anything. Fair enough. Econ really do beat the GOAT. By the way, chat, currently, Juicy's getting her haircut. Depending on when that's over, you may get to see a short-haired Juicy. Juicy is my Morky for those who don't know. Seadubbs is still debating this photo. And no matter which way you flip it, it's definitely not a good take. Major League Balatro just in time for dinner. That is a beautiful thing. I would love to know what Seadubbs is saying here. You can't take the Bloodstone either, because you need the Pareidolia in the sock. The Sixth Senses would have been so nice like 10 antes ago. No, you can't sell it. You can't sell it. You know what's interesting? If Stubbs can find a Seltzer or a Dusk, well, it would have to be a Dusk. I do think they might be slightly ahead. Oh, no, they're not. I forgot that Doc has 2 Ancient Chokers. Well, I guess the way... If we don't get an Ancient Joker hit, if somehow the rest of this game, the Ancient never hits clubs, I do believe Seadubbs could come out on top. It would be very hard for it to come together. Once again, Doc having to play a little bit more glass than they wanted to. I really don't think that second one was necessary, but it is what it is. Doesn't seem to matter too much. I guess Doc is running a little low on glass supplies. And it hit clubs. And that's a wrap on this game, unfortunately for Seadubbs. After all the crazy plays, unless Doc somehow does not draw their hand, which I find very hard to believe with only 40-something cards left in the deck. The only thing that could really pop up here is an idol, maybe for Seadubbs, that Doc does not see because they're going to skip to the PvP. Doc just got, I think, a Hangman Hermit into another Hangman and Hermit, which is unbelievable. I mean, believable, we just saw it with our own eyes, but you know what I mean. Another Fool. A Blueprint could help Seadubbs. Blueprint, Brainstorm, Idol are the things that could save Dubs here. Although it still would be... Seadubbs also needs the Ancient to hit Hearts so they can play the Polychrome cards without Doc being able to play them. And it hit Spades. Oof. Someone get the Roblox soundbite, please. Oof. I don't know how do you do it. Oh no, there's a sad Pico on Seadubbs' screen. Oof. What? I mean, I would not sell out an ancient. I would hope that a world card comes along. That is what you're hoping for if you're Mr. Seadubbs. Gets a justice. Yeah, Dom Palombi is fantastic. Oh. Focused way too late. I thought Seadubbs had another blind.
Not for you.
Does Seadubbs have any purple? Seadubbs does have purple seals, maybe.
I'm not feeling very good about this.
You've said that before.
Yeah.
It's coming out of the oven, whether you're ready for it or not. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, Seadubbs used all their discards. I feel like you had to maybe look for that purple seal.
I'll play my warm-up hand first.
Okay.
He's trying to legume him. He's trying to legume.
No, sadly, I just don't know how to do math.
He told him. He told him the truth.
Oh.
In my head.
What a nice little warm up you got over there.
I will be sadly blunt.
Mm-hmm.
I had to win this game. And
oh yeah?
Happen. Oh well. I'll tell you what though, I had a lot of fun. I definitely made some blunders, but it was a fun seed for sure.
It was quite interesting. Yeah. All right.
Completely
well, if he's out of
different
lives,
paths.
then it's on its way.
Yeah.
There we go.
So what I'm curious to know is photograph a trap?
Is photograph a trap?
That's what I want to know.
Photograph is not part of my final lineup. I do see we have a similar
If
recipe.
Seadubbs had photograph instead of ancient, I don't know, maybe.
Ancient. Oh, you found
do.
With the red seal, I don't know. He might have
there was
done
an
it.
invisible Joker.
I can't believe
Joker.
it.
Did you go invisible Chad?
I had a showman, which at one point gave me 3 Chads.
Someone can go plug it in.
3
I think it
Chads.
would have been enough.
I know it's a lot of Chads. Did you? EG video when?
All right. Good luck, man.
Good luck.
Say the line part.
Oh,
It's
man.
literally.
I'm bummed.
Seadubbs, you're unmuted.
Oh, thank you, Zeno.
Investment. I think even on white stake, this is hard to pass up. And Seadubbs is going to take it, and Doc is going to take it. So both of our players deciding to invest in their future. You know, something that millions of millennials were told to do so, and then were met with housing prices so outrageous that they will never be able to afford one in their lifetime. So that investment in college in the future did not come to fruition. Thank you, capitalism. And that is the investment tag, kind of summarized really quickly. Both these players getting out of the big blind. Doc is going to have one more dollar than Seadubbs. Score update, it is 2-0 Doc. Moving on to the final game 3. Doc already securing the match point here. +2 Kurt. Both of these players going with a little LGBTQ plus ally Northern Lion as their Joker. You know, gonna get that economic advantage of a little piggy bank of money, and also gonna get some scoring out of Mr. Egg. I got a house at 2.75% and I was still in college in 2020. My bad. I should have just been older. Thank you, Genki. We're not going to talk politics for the rest of this game. Just had to get that one out there. What a silly comment. All right. We do get a glass jack, a lucky king, and a gold king. I think if you are going to use familiar, that's about as good of a hit as you could possibly hope for. Truly. Getting a gold, a lucky, and a glass. What that also does is the fact that you have a gold and a lucky, it unlocks Lucky Cat and a golden ticket in the Joker pool. 2 Jokers I think are pretty valid. They also can create value for you, just generally speaking. Oh, there's little Juicy with their haircut. Oh. All right, bye, Juicy. And then of course the glass for your jacks to have the scoring. Are we gonna hit the road? You know, Doc really looking at that rare Joker, thinking about it. Meanwhile, Seadubbs absolutely has the Joker spots completely filled out. We have a rebate. We have Shoot the Moon, which rebate is on Queens. You know, one thing, if I were to critique Seadubbs' plays, oftentimes seemingly uses a lot of discards before using the hands when they have something like a rebate, where usually you want to use the hands to dig for the mail and rebate card. Doc finding the rebate. Doc is just playing a little bit slower, so we'll see what Doc grabs out of the shop. Also, the Cardomancer, of course, very valuable for Mr. Seadubbs. We got the Tribe. Hey, thank you. The Doctor is at 18 for subscribing to Seadubbs for 24 months. Thank you. That was me. That was not your computer. That was me plugging in my mouse to charge it. Business card, very interesting. Another economic Joker here. I think Seadubbs has a really good setup for the PvP. And then Callie hitting us with another one. With the ice cream and the Shoot the Moon mix. Doctor also finding that rebate kind of a shop earlier is really valuable because they're able to get another blind worth of value. It's really valuable because they got a blind of value. Great commentary, Zeno. Stand up job by the commish there when it came to talking. Ooh, a glass. Was that a queen? We're a little fuzzy on Doc's side of things. Second hex here is definitely not something you're interested in. Gonna grab the ice cream. Gonna grab the Cardomancer. Maybe one reroll? No rerolls. We'll go ahead and focus in. Mail and rebate is on jacks. It was definitely a card. Yep. This flush is gonna win. not. Doc has played so much Balatro that they knew that was not going to win. However, they are now in a position that a high card, I believe, wins, which is a little tough. Ooh, it got grainy. It seems like every time we go the big blind is when it happens. Of course, I can pull up Doc's stream if it really becomes terrible. Oh, punished. 2 jacks coming up right at the end there. Yeah, I am a little surprised that Doc decided to play that flush. It just seemed like a really big hand to play that made it harder to go fishing, if you will. My eyes. My leg. Alright, both of our participants are looking to shoot the moon. I guess the only difference here is Doc has an extra queen with that glass queen and a little bit more chips on the ice cream. Hold people POV? Damn. I got. Gonna pass on the High Priestess and the tribe, and we're jumping in to the PvP.
Hello?
Welcome back.
Seadubbs gain a... Oh, okay. Seadubbs is ahead on the Cardomancer. Gets a star while Doc gets news. The heart.
You got good news, you got the bad news.
Okay. The good news is...
2 pair for
I did
Doc.
not use a Ouija.
Okay. Was there one offered? That's a blind spot for me. I don't see those.
That's kind of the bad news as well.
Oh.
I didn't see a Ouija.
A little bit of trolling there from Mr. Dubbs.
That's a good score.
Seadubbs gain an insane amount of rebate value while looking for better hand or more queens in the deck. Doc is ahead 1 queen.
Doesn't care about scoring.
Oh, Seadubbs could have played a flush there by using the Moon Joker. Or the Moon Tarot card.
That's tempting.
I think I'm gonna take my money here. I'm okay with that. So I know you can beat that.
Doc was ready to flush house it, but it's not needed.
Okay, so it's to me how I want to slice.
Yeah, it depends on how much money
okay. No. I'm recalculating. Okay. Okay. Because I think then that means we do.
You should only have to play 3 here instead of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm brave enough to do that one, so I think I'm just gonna hit him with one of these.
I really thought he was gonna play the glass card to get the $3. That would have been crazy.
Like
that. Nice. I don't think Doc is.
Okay.
I don't even know if
I chickened out there.
That's okay. All right, I'll see you in the next one.
All right. Good luck.
Good luck. Whoa!
Well, we got my... Doc immediately now knows Seadubbs has minus hand size. We see what happens. Oh, a negative trio. Oh my gosh. What a pool. Is Seadubbs gonna is Seadubbs not gonna use it? Or is Seadubbs waiting to get all the glass? Biblically accurate Seadubbs. What? What is happening? Okay, Seadubbs holding on to the Ouija is a very interesting choice here. It is 2-0 DrSpectred heading into the final match. Or final game of the match. Doctor already securing the match bonus point. This is for 1 game point. Seadubbs definitely could sell ice cream here for the Wraith. I kind of love that play. But Seadubbs once again using the discard button before using the play button. So maybe we'll not find those kings. I am Confucius. Really hard to tell what Seadubbs was really going for there. Apparently a life lost to the blind. It's also hard to tell what Doc's doing because, well, now the Wraith all of a sudden doesn't seem as worth it, chat, because we already have one of the cards we want. Insane. Seadubbs absolutely could have rolled all the way down and then Wraith instead of the shoot the moon. But that is a huge judgment. That could swing this game. I really don't know what Seadubbs was waiting for the Ouija. It feels like if you are willing to Ouija at all, I wouldn't save it for a PvP. I'd use it right away to know what card I need to build into. I think this is a clear decision for Doc to roll down and sell the ice cream for that Wraith. But we'll see what happens. Oh, the Temperance makes it a little bit more difficult to do that. Oh, it's going to pass on it. Gets the Brainstorm. Rewarded. Ooh, an Ectoplasm that Seadubbs did not see. You can kind of guarantee that hit Brainstorm or, I mean, at worst, mail-in if you want to. But Doc's gonna pass it up. I think Rebate's worth ectoing. I don't think it's great, but I guess on Ghost deck it's not, because there's enough Ectos that we probably get an Ecto when we want it. But I would be willing most of the time to Ecto Rebate. We do get a Strength and a Devil.
Seadubbs made silly choices.
Silly again? Silly every time?
I like silly.
What?
I appreciate some variety.
I feel like this is a great Ouija hand because we have 2 glasses and the purple seal. This is perfect to Ouija.
The game kind of gypped me a little. I'm gonna be honest. I was unlucky.
Unlucky.
I've got 6 of a card in my deck, and I didn't get one of it.
Oh.
Like, on any of my discards or so.
I've got discards.
Seadubbs getting rid of the Wraith. I don't mind that
I'm
when we
taking
have
all the
Invis
risk here, my
Brainstorm.
guy.
It's a lot of points.
Interesante.
Yeah, that's about all I got, I think. Goodness gracious.
Seadubbs not going to get the final discard away, I don't believe. They will.
ridiculous.
Huge.
I guess now I have to figure out if that works or not. Or if I should be doing this. I think I should be doing that. I think I'm okay with that.
Ooh, by 10K. So
Huzzah.
close. Oh, wait. Seadubbs has a whole nother hand. I didn't even
Sorry, I'm
notice.
still
Does he
muted.
use the glass?
I was being enraged by how many kings I didn't draw there.
Oh my god, 1 by 2,000.
Ooh.
I trusted that way more than I should. But I'll take it.
Well done. All right, good
All
luck.
right. Good luck.
Seadubbs gonna glass a king. Curious to see what Doc does here. A 6th Sense, not as valuable when you have the Ghost deck and you just are gonna get the cards available for you. Seadubbs selling out of mail and rebate is, I think, what the kids would call questionable. Maybe the thought process here is I'm going to sell everything for brainstorming Invis next, or Invising Brainstorm next round, which I guess would be valid. There is a crying baby outside. I apologize. Not having a good day. Normally drowned out by the leaf blower, exactly. I feel like this is... Ooh, I would love a hallucination there. I definitely would have sold everything to double up the brainstorm there and then grabbed hallucination. That's just one man's opinion. This is also a perfect Ouija hand with 3 glass and a purple seal to all put on the same rank. But Dubbs deciding to just hold on to that Ouija just for the sake of the game. And you know what? You can't fault him for that. I mean, at this point, I really do think Seadubbs is falling a little bit into the branding trap where if this is what we were going to do, we should not have Ouija. We should have just sold it to not take up a consumable slot. Oh, my bad. Game 2, DrSpectred 1. Alright, prediction for Game 3. Who win? Doc, Dub. Go ahead. We are going to see Doc just skyrocket past Seadubbs on economy due to the fact that Seadubbs sold mail and rebate. I was really expecting, like, okay, that's a fine play because we're going to sell everything for Invis. And then rebate can come back around and we can use Invis on the brainstorm. But no, that doesn't seem to be the play. Doc has Cardomancer, Raised Fist, Mail and Rebate, Trio, and a Polychrome. And a Brainstorm. Oh, the sick judgment in the Invis doesn't even matter now. Oh, $15 per played card. This is brutal for Mr. Dubbs. And yes, it's fuzzy. And no, we still have not figured out why this happens. Hey, it's not GG until the fat boy sings, and I haven't sung a word. There still is a small chance for Mr. Seadubbs, but it is going to take a litany of extraordinarily fortunate events. And it probably would have included that Wraith that Seadubbs decided to sell. Doc is not playing on a potato. This is completely our overlay's fault. Their stream is completely fine. If you want to watch Doc with no lag, simply just go to Doc's stream. Doc's internet, again, not the issue. It's not even fuzzy in the back end on my control room. It is for some reason the player 2's upload from the control room to OBS for some reason causes this lag. We can't figure out why. We will be testing other methods for streaming their perspectives. Yes, we are the potatoes. That's a banana and that's an ice cream, and that is a standard pack with a blue seal or a purple seal 9. It also seemingly keeps happening in the big blind chat. Like, it gets so much worse in this like big blind, which just it's too consistent at this point not to be a thing. I have no idea why that is. Like, what could be causing it? I did never ask Doc to make sure their preview on their system wasn't going, but
Hello.
also big voucher difference.
Hello.
Extra hand and the hone for Doc.
That's not the draw I wanted to see.
Big blind plus
Yeah.
2 Eder.
Hit him with one of these. Okay.
Exactly, we're awful.
How am I feeling here? Are we doing that or are we doing this? Probably we do that, which means I want to do these.
I did not do that remotely in the right order.
Okay. That feels bad, but I think I am holding these for a reason.
Ooh, no purple seal value. Disgusting.
Hit him with one of those. Okay. Okay.
Doc found the things to Sun. He is going to be able to make a flush 5. This will also make Bloodstone obviously more powerful, allow an
This
Ancient to hit
could
more.
be controversial. But I think it's what I got to do.
He's got a Sun to get the Polychrome.
All right.
Waiting for the big hand.
Over to me.
This one I am gonna have to wait and see.
Yeah, probably we do it like that. Maybe I even do it like that. You got me concerned. So, out of respect, we'll hit him with one of these.
Okay.
A million points.
Think
That's my most respectful hand.
what's 3 times 2 times 2 times 3?
What's
I don't
Wait, isn't
think
that just
that's-
36? 2
Yeah.
times 3 times 3 times 2?
Yeah, it's 6
That's
times
just 36?
That seems less than 1.6 million.
I don't know, man. It could be
Yeah.
like 36 times 100 times something
I
else.
think I would be close, but I don't think I would have it.
Oh, that was pretty
I
funny.
think I would be close. But
All right.
I'll use the extra money for my 1 life. How about that?
All right, I want to see that 1 life power
That's
spike.
true.
Oh,
Callie,
you'll get it.
Seadubbs is using Doc
See you in a bit,
as
good
a
luck.
calculator. That is illegal. Doc does anyone with a math PhD does calculate or fall definitionally under a calculator. Doctor actually is not allowed to think while playing their hands. We banned Doc from thinking. They just play. I mean, the trading card will be bought here instead of Cardomancer. I am positive. Well, Seadubbs, if you would have Ouija'd, we would have known if that hack is good for us. I sound like Jerry Seinfeld, which is not someone I want to sound like. No thinking, that's how I always play. I'm trying to put together a joke about smiling when I watch my idol Raren play. Because he's always thinking. It's just sometimes those thoughts lead to certain things that I'm surprised about. I sound like the hack that you just picked up exactly. Alright, are we finally seeing it? We got 8s. Oh. We got 8s. Oh, luckily Brainstorm did hit, or Invis hit Brainstorm and not the trio. That was very good for Seadubbs. But Seadubbs didn't use the red seal. I mean, I guess you can wait till you have a death in hand. That's not the end of the world. I found another 8. Yeah, it's not looking pretty for Mr. Seadubbs at this junction in the game. Less hand size. We did find the 7 to make even more 8s. Maybe. Still think Doc wins. I still think I agree with you. Doc is in a ridiculous place economically. Look at the total spent, 449 to 320. I mean, it's not remotely close. Which means Doc is, just going to be able to roll so deep into these shops. Wow. That rebate, if Seadubbs was not on 1 life, that rebate legitimately could have saved him. If Seadubbs, and this goes back to Seadubbs losing a life to the blind. So if Seadubbs doesn't lose that life to the blind, this rebate could become the equalizer in an economic differentiation in the next ante. But unfortunately for Dubbs, down to 1 life, that rebate's pretty useless. Doc, I'm going to be using the Temperance. Let's focus in on Doc. Before Doc gets into the big blind and everything goes fuzzy. Another Deja Vu! And that is why sometimes you use the Deja Vu right away, is because you can find a second red seal. And Doc does exactly that, is able to find a glass. Doc stoning cards, so if there's an idol that pops up, they are not in the possibility of being picked by that idol, because obviously Doc is going to be hoping the idol clicks on those kings. Another Wheel of Fortune pops up. A little brutal. I am getting a spam call, chat. 1 second. It was indeed a spam call. Well, things are going to be looking up for Doc here. Has those red seals. Similar scoring, at least up top on the Jokers. When we unfocus here, you'll see that. But it's just the red seal glasses that are really going to put it over the top for Doc. Also, the hand size will allow Doc to fish for their cards more efficiently.
Hello, welcome back.
Hello? Doc, I've got a question.
You got questions for me?
I do. I need advice on how to beat you this round.
Okay, I can advise you. Okay, what do you need?
Did you take that hack?
Did it? Sorry, say that again?
Did you take the hack?
I did not take a hack, no.
Oh, okay.
Are you hacking over there?
Wait, why is he
Is
going to
this
put
a
on the gold
confession?
seal?
That's what's
Why
happening
not
right
just
now?
put it on
I
the
don't
8 of
know.
diamonds?
Maybe there's a certain thing that hits hackable cards? Maybe?
Oh,
Maybe not, though.
you got the hackability over there.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe not.
I don't really understand. Oh, there we go.
Huh.
Maybe not.
Ooh, the death
Okay.
is going to be
That's an
the death
option.
of Seadubbs.
Bummer.
Okay. That's good information. TY?
Yeah.
Not the thank you.
Probably shouldn't have played that.
I mean, choose your own adventure.
I didn't know what to do. If we want to call it that, yeah.
All right, my hand is forced. because I'm below here, so it's on its way. Here you go.
Yeah, probably, what, 5 million? 55 million?
Is he gonna get that perfectly on?
I'll be honest with you, I'm way 13, alright, give or take the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
If you weasel your way out of this one, it is quite devastating for me.
No, not even close. I very financial decisions, and I died on a blind a long time ago.
I did notice that. I didn't want to call you out on it, but I did notice you were down one.
Yeah, similar play style. Yeah, we had the same setup until I just
You just Ouiji'd just now?
Well,
what did we get? 8s? Okay.
Well, yeah, 8s.
Okay.
When I saw the hack, I Ouiji'd just for pure poops and giggles.
That
but
is
I
a 304
was so
dot.
far behind on money there.
Yeah. I don't know exactly when the divergence happened, but it does seem like maybe I had access to different resources than you. Let's see here. First pack, did you take the egg?
Yeah, I took the egg and hexed that bad boy.
Seadubbs sold their mail-in rebate. I can't remember what you sold it for. That was the difference.
Yeah,
and it's $10
I sold the mail-in rebate for a judgment, and the judgment gave me 6 cents, and I was like, oh, maybe it's a sign. And then I was being sarcastic, but I got mail-in rebate back, but not till this past ante. So
that was the whole difference in the game. They can't hear me.
I like Judgment. Judgment gave me a second brainstorm. So like I tried.
Wait, Judgment gave you a second brainstorm? What the heck?
Yeah.
It gave Invis.
It gave me Invis.
Oh, okay. Okay, rude.
And then I just kind of got silly and stupid from there. Gonna be honest.
No trading card.
Really great game.
Trading card diff.
I did buy the trading card I took the trading card so I could sell it for the $3. Yeah.
Despicable. Dishonored.
No, I can't remember if it was the last game or the first game we played. I think it was the last game because I had those 3 Chads and everything else, but we saw a trading card like 3 times, and I'm like, I probably should be taking this.
It does seem like we were on pretty similar lines, both games. And maybe potentially some micromanaging, getting the econ a little bit different. There was the one game with the voucher difference. You actually had more money than me. It's pretty cool.
I'm getting better with the whole money thing. I'm not there, but I'm getting better at it. This game was a very good example of I'm just not there.
Also, the Ouija, by the way, is pretty popular in the multiplayer circuit, just like the normie ranked multiplayer circuit.
Is it really?
That's what I heard. I don't know if I believe that, but that's what I heard.
I do want to put out a disclaimer out. I might be known as Seadubbs, but I do think it's a very poor choice. I just think it's fun. Like in the last game, to be fair, that was a really lucky run. If I had found that dusk, I think probably would have been right on board with you.
Absolutely, yeah. It came down to the dusk difference. That was it.
But
which came down to the voucher difference.
Yeah, we actually, not to hold you, I was looking at your deck. We actually had extremely similar decks before I Ouija'd. Like I had all glass kings and queens.
Right up until you Ouija'd, all those kings became 8s.
Well, I did the whole thing where I was like, if I'm gonna with this hack, I better make sure I have all of my glass cards in my hand for when I Ouija.
Yeah, definitely. If you're on your last life, it could work where you just all I got to do is draw cards of the same suit, and then no matter what happens, they will end up the same rank, and then we'll figure it out from there. Or like if you have a red seal polychrome card or you have a red seal glass card, maybe you picked it up from a standard pack, maybe they're on different ranks, then you can use Ouija to bridge the gap.